Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another stream here on my channel. Today we are casting the 48th versus PzLD match for week 2 of the Premier League. Yes, it is your host Awake yet again. Hopefully my mic is actually working. Yes, it is. And we can get out of this full screen matchup. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this match. Hopefully the actual live stats at the bottom do kick in. I think they are bugging a little bit, but yes, we kind of do have some live stats at the bottom. Just going to do a quick refresh of what happened last week with these two teams. 48th winning 3-2 against I think, oh my god, I just had it, 3-2 against SOH on I think Kharkov. Yes, Kharkov night. And then PzLD, unfortunately for them, losing 5-0 to 11 ID last week, and they are seeking their first win, but obviously 48th gonna try to continue on, moving on to 2-0, but we will find out here in just a few moments. I think, just looking at the players, looks like we're just waiting for 2 players for the 48th to get into the lobby. And while they still get into the lobby, we'll also look at the standings currently for this Division 8 bracket right now, with 27th, 11 ID, and 48th all sitting at 1 win, no losses. They all will play today. And then SOH also with a win with SUDT. Pretty sure they actually just both played either last night or earlier today. I think they played last night with SOH winning that. And then obviously PzLD and CEL at the bottom of the list seeking their first wins of the season, but still lots of time for these teams to get their first wins, and hopefully for PzLD's sake they can get that win today. But then switching over to the rules set, because you know we do indeed have rules for Hell Loose competitive. That is one-man artillery, and what that means is only one person can get on the gun, and he cannot be killed by the enemy, or I guess teammates if they really want to kill their arty player for some reason. Indestructible nodes, yeah, it's really annoying to go build re-nodes, and it just helps out with the fuel economy, just makes that recon play a little bit differently, and I think play a little bit more free. And then as well as a Panther ban, so Panthers will be banned in this match for the Axis, which will be the 48th. They can only use Tigers, and that is going to be that. And like I said, my name is Awake, and I'm gonna bring up my caster thingamabob. There we are, nice and pretty and amazing with that little bell. I don't know, I was just told to use that, but yeah, I don't know why I pressed that twice, but I did. Oopsies. I don't know what I'm pressing. Get that out of there. But we are going to be waiting for this match, and this is what the stats will also look like. It is something like this, but I don't think anybody has a single kill yet, or the server is has to be reset, which will, I think, happen here momentarily. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic Sunday. Oh, for a lot of you it is. Double check. Double checking the Looks like we're just waiting for one more player for the 48th, so we should be getting going any second. There we are. Looks like PzLD says they are good to go. I think we're just waiting on the 48th to do that. Looks like the bottom part might be a little bit messed up, but that is a-okay if that does happen. I'll just get myself ready with the scores. That unfortunately does not be the case. And it looks like both teams are ready to go, so we should be getting the map flip here momentarily. Yes, we are going to be getting the map flip. Just a few moments. Yeah, so we are going to be playing over the Yamki midpoint. Forgot to also mention that. So this is a little bit Axis favored, but, you know, it is Kursk, so it's a little bit different, and it's also 30v30, so I'm not quite sure, honestly, what to realistically expect from this match, because it's Kursk Day. It's a map and, I guess, a daytime, nighttime, time of day. That's the word. The time of day that, you know, you usually don't see Kursk games played on is Kursk Day. And it's also 30v30, so I think this is one of the first, you know, 30v30s that is going to be played on Kursk Day. So kind of interested to see what teams do. Obviously, you know, with all these kind of matches, it's always interesting to see how teams dedicate their armor, how they dedicate their recon teams, or how their, like, everything goes. It's just kind of interesting to see how these teams do play, especially on a really open map like Kursk. Armor, obviously, for both teams is going to have to be dominant, but, you know, we will wait and see once this map flip does happen. Like, we are flipping now. See what the other midpoints and all that fun stuff is. Hopefully the stuff at the bottom does reset. Hopefully. Very long reset, and I do get this, which is unfortunate. And everyone did choose the right side. It's like Sky Wizard might. Okay, there we are. Got some whistling going on. Chilling and vibing as usual. Go by this dirt pile and go fly up in the air. See all these guys dropping their boxes. It's like that guy was really quick to the trigger, but you have the map flip, and also looks like the stats are unfortunately not going to be working on the bottom. That is not good. I'll double check that. It does not look like we are going to be getting live stats for this match, so unfortunately, live stats are not going to happen onto this server. I actually think something might be messed up on my end. Might have to reset my side, but I just won't worry about live stats this game. I do apologize about that if you guys were interested in live stats. Unfortunately, we will not have live stats for this sort of game. But all right, so we are going to be having Yamki, Destroyed Battery, and Panzer's End. Kind of funny enough that PzLD will get the Panzer's End points. Let me get that out of the way. So going to be interesting to see how these teams do, you know, get their opener. Just trying to see everything in the trucks. Looks like there's going to be no extras. Like we're going to have at least a duo. Yeah, duo recon tank. So 48th going to be taking out all the available tanks. We'll fly over to the Allies side, or the Soviet side, and it looks like they are going to be bringing out their medium right now. Not sure. They're taking their light. It's like a truck all the way on the far side. Looks like just the recon team over there. Alright, it's not 3-2. It is still 2-2. Void just still chilling back there. Only a recon tank is still back in the HQ, so it looks like PzLD not opting to take that recon tank, so you'll see how much that might go into effect on this opener. But it looks like lots of attention onto this main road. 4 vehicles, almost 5. And we will get started. I will double check to see if the server is up, so the bottom will be kind of messed up for a little bit. Those looks like it's still dead. Okay. But all the people going to the going on the main road, little convoy here. These guys do get into formation. We also see PzLD making their way to the point as well. It's like no snipes for either team. Still very, very quiet. Player immediately goes out. See the map coverage where that all is. Lots of SLs. 448 already coming down. Rocket coming in as well from Vegas. Unfortunately does not kill a single person with that rocket. A little bit too short. But Studi with already a nice aggressive play onto this yellow house. Strafe run coming in. I'm not sure if that killed anybody or not. The PzLD, a lot of them are into the hard cap. 48th just still trying to make their way. They are actually making their way towards windmills. Like the P4 actually already at the windmills. Taking control of that. Looks like lots of PzLD are in control of this hard cap. 48th only with 1 garrison currently set up. Are dropping supplies around destroyed battery. Looks like this light tank is getting hit, I think, from the side of a Puma. Light tank misses his shot. And Puma, unfortunately, just hitting tracks. Not going to be enough to kill him. Just going to need to aim for the side. I think he might be just angled. Just kind of trading blows and just being harassed, and down goes the Puma. This does look like it is going to go into 2-3 favor of... Never mind! There we are, 2-3 in favor of PzLD for the opening cap. Tushka strike does come in. Tushka strike does kill a transport truck. Look at the map. Obviously, this is only 30v30, so you're not going to see a lot of, you know, major movements. Maybe one SL maybe goes in the back line like every other team does have, but, you know, full cap control for the most part, except for a few tanks for 48. Vegas, it's one shot into the Lux, so they actually brought dual Luxes. So 48th actually for the opener brought out 4 tanks. Down goes the second tank for 48th. A little bit interesting opener, having 4 tanks in the 30s match for an opener. That is a lot of armor. Fortunately for them, it did not quite pan out the way they probably expected it to go. But obviously, still over an hour and 20 minutes left in the match. It's Broken House, Stoogie and Moss are at very critical. Moss will kill down Nasty. 48th. Trying to flag the point a little bit. This P4 is starting to get harassed, and I think that's why you're seeing the cap start to flip a tad bit. It is lots of attention for this P4. Just no one has any more rockets. Looks like Nick Knock will get a satchel down. TC tries to hop out, but unfortunately for him, I think he was the only one inside that P4, so that'll be a dead P4. Down goes the German supply truck to the light tank. It just kind of looks like PzLD is just pushing with armor, just the 2 light tank, just the 1 light tank and the medium. Down goes, I think, the other Lux. PzLD just winning that armor battle so far. On a map like Kursk, you're gonna have to win that armor battle. It's been honestly fairly close armor engagements, to be completely honest with you, but everything can go unexpected inside these matches. AT does get a rocket into the side of the T-34. T-34 is just kind of roaming around. I don't think I've quite seen three support players like ever this close to each other before. Gets another shot in onto the T-34, hits the turret. Oh, but the Puma, unfortunate for him, he is not going to be able to do too much to this T-34. T-34 is just going to wait for him. Puma's trying to go, but will get popped. On goes another tank. 2 more AT players do come in. Do get 1 shot into the light tank. An unfortunate non-pen. If the lad's follow-up shot could wipe it out. Hits it in the tracks. And then, just a little bit too high. Rev does hop out. Maybe trying to get some repairs in. Take a look at the map for the 34th. They do have some Garys, you know, quite spread out. Just only 3. Obviously, you're going to want a little bit more. Looks like Echo, M, and L squads leads are going to try and deal with that. Gonna see what's going on. PzLD is actually spread out quite quite nicely. I almost said fairly nicely. That would not have made sense, but Ricochet goes flying up in the air. Looks like we do have our first Tiger take with Massacre in it. Looks like, oh, they did not build the last munitions node. Unfortunately for 48th, they maybe not realized that quite yet, but looks like someone did miss their supply box. Looks like an airhead is already called in at the Yamki. Not quite sure where it's going to land. Like it is going to land somewhere in this vicinity. Exactly see. Yeah, looks like it's going to land right here. Right by this bush. They will order a bombing run as well. So bombing run airhead combination is going to come in. Big light tank might be coming here to support that as well. Nugs, RAR XD. Here comes the bombing run. Nugs trying to run away, does not get away. RAR XD did get away. Let's see if anybody here's there to defend it. Fortunately, it does not look like anybody for 48th, and RXD will get that nice, clean airhead dismantle. But it does open up the door for 48th to advance straight on their front door. Like something else did blow up on the far right side of the map. See what that was. It might have been the medium tank. Oh, it was an AT gun. AT gun from PzLD did get taken out by that Tiger. And I'm going to see if I can get the live stats for this server. Does not look like live stats are active on this server still, so that is a little bit unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize about that. That is a-okay. Looks like PzLD kind of just pushing down that main road. Does get a few bodies inside the hard cap, just Sky Wizard and Cayman. But haven't quite started flipping it yet. The S-21 trying to shoot his rocket. Bounce did find the garrison on point. DPSH is so good at close range. Trooper knocks down one. Bugsy gets taken up by the sniper. Looks like Major Tom from behind with that sniper. We're just about over halfway capped, approaching 2/3 cap for 48th onto Yamki. Do expect a decent spawn wave to happen on this garrison. Big spawn wave does happen on the garrison. Major Tom with a few kills himself. Knocks down two. Dogs attempting to get the refrag, but Nimbus 48th just starting to clean up this garrison's wave. Major Tom does move up. We'll get onto the garrison. We'll take it out, and looks like we do have one OP from RAR XD, it seems. We'll finally take out Major Tom. We do have yet another one of these Katushka straights, and if you were unfamiliar with how the Katushka works, it's basically a big old circle, kind of like the size of Yamki itself. That basically RNG decides where it will land, and the cooldown is a lot shorter than the bombing run, but uses the same amount of resources. Looks like PzLD recovered quite nicely. the map looks like a lot more, you know, spread out for the 48th onto Yamki. It's like they unfortunately did lose a Tiger tank. Not quite sure if this was an AT gun. Looks like it was an AT gun. That is so big, and these smaller team formats having an AT gun to take out a heavy tank. So critical. Or maybe it was this this light tank that is still somehow alive. Oh man, that's unfortunate for that player. Blown up by a light tank like that. Very spread out. This is probably the most spread out I've ever seen a game, to be completely honest, so it's gonna be kind of hard to find people. But it looks like 48 does have control of windmills. Not really contested from PzLD air, which is a little surprising, as they could probably easily build an AT gun over there and then shoot this onto the IS-1. Looks like 48 is going to bring out a heavy tank in the left HQ. And that's something about Kursk that isn't really the same about a lot of these maps, is you can bring out a tank out of any HQ from either side, and you cover pretty much the exact same, you know, areas for the most part. It just, you know, you're a little bit more, you know, it's like a guessing game for the enemy team, where you bring out your heavy tanks. Vegas shooting a already dead Tiger tank. A little bit of a micro battle going on by Oleg's house. Spitfire, Phantom's lair, or Pharaoh's lair. Commander Boba. It's Cayman. Wonder if Nick Knock does know that he is around. He is bracing with that DP. Nick Knock. Will get taken out. Say. Will get the refrag. Probably actually a really big kill there from Zay, because Boba could have easily got a nice P mark, a P strike mark. Not quite sure if he's gonna call it in. Looks like there is some marks, so I'm not quite sure if this Tiger has a nice clean shot on him yet. He is pushing map edge. And it does not seem like he does have a clean shot due to the terrain. Ghost, unfortunately, does get knocked down by Lats. Take a look at the map one more time. So pretty centralized garrisons. You would like to see one maybe by windmills, and then maybe, looks like maybe B squad. I don't know who that is. Reedy might be building a flanking backline garrison, but nothing also in their, you know, lawn burns sectors like we call it. But still plenty of time. Steph, their way up. I don't know how these guys don't see each other. Looks like Cud will spot out Steph. We do have a big micro battle happening at Oleg's house in two different squads. Celia. I think that's how you pronounce your name. The STG getting 3 quick kills. There's Lair. Sniper going inside. Never mind. There's 2 players just holding down Oleg's house. 3 key frags. Charlotte. Fortunately, does not get that kill.
Man, I'm on my mission tonight.
Sounds like someone's on their mission tonight. Celia. Ooh, Charlotte does get the kill through the fence. There is a flanking backline garrison. Not quite sure if Void, Brello, and all these guys are aware of it. Looks like they might be. Steph still moving their way up. Steph does burn the OP. Wizard with a nice little kill to make sure he does not replace his OP. Lad's trying to mount up his MG into a nice spot, but doesn't realize there is a lot of bodies pushing up to that house complex. Just scope the remaining soldier here. Only body defending this garrison. Nice little spawn wave does happen onto the garrison. Airhead is called in, this time on the opposite side of where they called it in the first time. This time with a little bit more support. They do have a few bodies and an OP. Bomb run is also coming in. And it looks like someone just got Molotovs. Oh man, I can't believe I missed that. That is so unfortunate. Vegas with the rocket does take out the garrison, but the spawn wave does happen in the last second. Bomb run is also coming down. It looks like the airhead is already destroyed from grenades from those 2 players. So good onto them for doing so. Take a look at the map one more time. Looks like that other Tiger that was on the field did end up going down. Just the P4 does remain. Again, only 1 set of nodes are missing, and it's, you know, obviously they didn't destroy the nodes, or hopefully they didn't destroy the nodes. Just I don't think they realized that they weren't built yet. But it is starting to play a little bit of a factor now, as you did see that it was down to 15 munitions. So see how that does play out the remainder of the match if nodes continue to be not built. That is the front door garrison gone for the 48th. See, PzLD did respond to that backdoor garrison, so just kind of a jumbled mess of OPs around Yamki. P-strike. I thought that was a P-strike. Looks like it was just a straight and run. Oh man, what is this? Sausage not moving. Very, very quiet. 4th point does start to flicker. All soft cap just from this front door area of F7. 48th are starting to bring some SLs to help with this, help with a little bit of counter pressure, but looks like Osiris might be on Sausage's tail. Paralyzed does wipe out the OP, but does get taken out himself. I'm not quite sure if he did place his OP. Looks like he did. Sausage does get one to spawn onto his OP, but does get burnt right away from Nick Knock. Cyrus does take out Sausage, but does get taken out by Pingu. But Pingu, fortunately for him, was not quite fast enough. As his SL did die, Zay's going back to retreat, and that's a nice little defense there. Just from those two players for PzLD. See lots of crawling this match, I feel like. As Cayman, Spitfire, Ramiran, all crawling on the ground. Trying to gain a little bit of advantage. Does get the kill, crawling. Scope is wondering why is this guy just randomly crawling in the wheat. But Paralyze, him keeping his OP up is providing some pressure back onto the defense of Yamki. They will continue to advance and try to force some more bodies back onto Yamki itself. Does look like we do have a Tiger that is approaching out of the middle HQ. Dojo moving on up. See what he can do as he does get shot from Nasty, it seems like. Up from across the road. Nasty missing some shots. Bussy misses his shots. He does get taken out by the car of Paralyze or Major Tom. Looks like Major Tom. Major does die from behind somehow from Zay. Zay's still alive. Major Tom trying to go in response, but does get collapsed back from Nasty. Then RRXD will clean up Paralyze. Nice little squad wipe there from all three SLs. It looks like 48th has recapped back this broken, I don't know really what to call it, I guess, farm shed area. Well, this whole map is made out of farm sheds and areas. Fire with a grenade. Tries to throw it onto Vegas. Vegas does get the refrag back onto him. Then all the way by here at Oleg's house, my drop does get called in, and it's actually attracting a lot of bodies as the Puma in the backline does get taken out by a IS-1. It looks like another Katusha strike does come in from PzLD. See all the bombs approaching in. And yes, if you are wondering why there's no live stats, even though I promise there's live stats, I think the server's actually kind of broken with it right now, and this server in particular. So I do apologize about that. You can try to get it to work one more time. Just give me 22 seconds. Yep, it is still broken, as you can kind of see at the bottom. It is, in fact, broken, so fortunately it will not have the live stats. Newt. Chilling in the grass, chilling in the bush. Actually has a bunch of ammo with him too. Step onto the garrison. They'll take it out. Destroyed battery is being contested a tad bit. Garrison is still green at east. Unfortunately for them, they have yet to do anything with it. They are starting to lose their point. Tiger is getting engaged by, I think, 2 IS-1s. Sausage. I see Esquali. Sausage, I feel like might die directly impacted with a tank round. Oh, he will just die to a coax. This will be a big tank engagement here. Ethan is done repping it. As the turret shot does connect onto the Tiger. Very, very tight shot for this IS to hit. Ethan, oh man, poor Ethan got pushed back into the barbed wire. He couldn't escape. Oh, that's so unfortunate. As he gets hit again in the turret. Just kind of threading the needle of this Tiger. A random supply truck comes in, and down goes the Tiger to the IS. What a shot from that tank crew. Just hitting it multiple times into the turret to take it down. Who is this tank crew? We gotta give a shout out to them real quick. That is Rev and his tank crew, so nice shots from them. It's not an easy shot. I think a lot of experienced tank crews will have difficulty with that, as another airhead is called onto Yamki. This time all the way in the back lines. I'm not quite sure how successful this one will be compared to the last two, as it's just really Osiris and this heavy tank that are back here, but who exactly knows, as the garrison on point is actually getting destroyed. Looks like it does get taken out from the 48th. Tengu does take down Nasty on point, and that will start the cap flip. Another IS is approaching, so I don't know if PzLD has 2 or 3 ISs. I think they have 2. I think they have 2. Like Nugs is waiting for that airhead. Does destroy the airhead rather. Looks like a reinforce might have come down. Not quite. Don't think so. I think it's kind of a full reset for PzLD. All trying to flood into the hard cap. More bodies though still onto the attack at destroyed batteries, so this could be a little bit dicey here for 48th. 3 players are going to have to kill at least 2 of them, as cap progress pretty much does start at the exact same time for both caps. think the slight advantage is going in favor of 48th. But, you know, I have no idea. I seriously have no idea, as Airhead is called in on top of destroyed battery. So PzLD getting super aggressive with that tank advantage. Some defense does come in back onto Yamki. It is all PzLD at destroyed battery. Bud does spawn in off of his OP. Let's hop in through the window. Wizard laying down, does get one but dies himself. Airhead has landed on to destroyed battery. Not quite. Looks like there is a garrison that is available that a few players do spawn on, but they're gonna need more than just 3 players to fall back. Reinforce is down as well at destroyed battery. The Reckless does get into the cap and will start defending it, but more players do spawn in off that Airhead. Bud spawns in as well. Oh, this is gonna get close. Not be surprised to see a massive spawn wave. Tank fight does happen, but I think a P4 from the side actually does take out that IS. Bomb run also coming down now for PzLD. That is a 48 bombing run, my bad. Fortunately, it does not wipe out the Airhead. A little bit too far away. PzLD about 10 seconds away from capping this point to bring it to a 4-1 game. Not quite sure if there's any spawns. Big spawn wave does happen onto the garrison. Realistically, they just need to touch the hard cap for just a second or two, but I think this might flip 4-1 in favor of PzLD. Oh, the tank round comes in and kind of saves the point. I think does wipe out the Airhead. That will be a defense. Sky Wizard still on point. Boba does go down. Down goes Sky Wizard finally. Finally, Sky Wizard goes down, says 48th. That's the cringiest stuff I've ever said, but I said it. I can do what I want. Yeah, 48th pretty much fully reset back onto destroyed battery. They do have a few OPs up and running at Yamki. It's like this tank that Vegas is trying to take out right now. Very key for them to still be in this game. Oh, bomb run comes in, I think actually wipes out the garrison on the point. Trooper still chilling at Yamki. Kills one, hops in the window. RAR XD, Rolo. Sergeant Trooper just being such a mystery right now. He goes inside another house, burns the OP. He does get one. More bodies are going to be coming soon. He does die from the... I had no idea this was up here, to be honest. I had no idea that this random hole was up here. I know you can get up here, but like I had no idea that hole was just there. Huh, the more you know. Probably because I don't play Kursk all that often. I'm like, damn, is he walling? He just shot him through the floor. Steph, Vegas, Sky Wizard back on the offensive at Sprite Battery. Probably, honestly, the toughest point for 48 to hold. Alas, they dealt with it, and there is just over halfway to go in this match. Pretty much all PzLD from the opening map wall drop down. Almost a 4-1 cap lead for PzLD as well, just a few moments ago, but nice little clutch tank play from a medium tank, keeping this still a 3-2 game into PzLD's favor. Looks like we do have a half track that sausages in. I'm not... Oh no, is he stuck in this trench? Oh, that is tough. Oh no, buddy. I'm sorry I'm catching this on stream. I'll run away real quick so you don't get laughed at anymore, but that is a little bit unfortunate that the half track is not going to be in good use. Oh, that is just brutal. That is just brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. It's P4. Still good to go for 48. Don't think they have any Tigers quite yet. Does not look like they do. IS does drive in. Unfortunately, they are going to miss each other. Void with the rocket. Doesn't quite get the right angle. Hit him in the side. Bounce does hop out. And will kill him and the P4. So good on the Void for cleaning up that tank kill. Dr. with the MP40. As a random player just appears on the ground. Take a look at the PzLD defense for a second. They have 2 ISs. They might have one all the way out here, maybe? Maybe? No? Looks like they might have had a light tank out here. Maybe that's default? I think that's default. Yeah, but PzLD with 2 ISs on defense going to be very tough to crack. You are the 48th. I think that you're going to have to build some AT guns. Do some longer range rocket plays as another Katyusha comes in, just absolutely decimating the 48th front line. More players do fall to it. And that wipes out all of that house that people were on, but they do have a spawn wave, so the OP is still good. Don't think OPs can get destroyed from the Katyusha. Well, they can't, but gotta add some conspiracy to this game. Half-track still up and going good in the lock sector. As it looks like PzLD are going to do Take a little bit of a push with these IS tanks. Not quite sure where they're gonna be posted up, but it looks like they are gonna get on the more of the aggressive side as the Tiger, our east side of the map, is approaching. Does not look like either of these ISs have any idea that a Tiger is coming. As a poor Luke's got wiped off the map. Go towards this Tiger. See what he is going through right now to try to knock out these ISs, because this Tiger is going to be very key. If he can take out these two ISs, I think the script kind of flips. If he does see one, he does, I think, pin it once into the side. IS will fall and retreat, but I don't know if it's going to be in time. As he does hit it again. I think that time it was turret. The IS will retreat. Do safety. Other IS wondering what the heck, or where the heck he just got shot from. But in the meantime, 48th actually kind of maybe blundered their backlines a little bit, as a bunch of players from LPZ, or not LPZ, PzLD. I think it is LPZ, but PzLD do spawn in the backlines. I think they might have gotten up a gear back here. Is it on point? Gary does lock up. Scooty does spawn on top of it. Player coming in, but not get the kill. As he does place a... Oh, there's a satchel. I thought he just placed a random AT mine. I'm like, that is a very odd play to place an AT mine. Question is, how many people will fall back onto defense, onto this garrison? Airhead does spawn in. Players do spawn on. Fortunately for that assault player, does kill a few of his own friendlies, so he will have a longer time to spawn in his next life. Cyrus does get the kill on the Craig. Does get refragged from Jojo. Gap is actually being defended as they all get wiped out, but the airhead is still up. I didn't realize the airhead was still up. More players that do spawn back for... or on top of the airhead for PzLD. As Cayman is on fire. And will die to his own team's or enemy's grenade. Bottom run is coming on to Yamki as the airhead is down at Yamki as well. More people do spawn on the airhead for PzLD. Just a few bodies for defense. I don't think there's any tanks or anything that really can support unless Artie comes down. As 48th kind of went on the all-in onto Yamki as the airhead is also locked up. Not quite sure. Looks like they do have one garrison at ammo dump just in case they do end up losing this. Cyrus does get knocked down. This does look like it might flip. Reckless does get shut down after shooting his rocket, and I think this will flip 4-1 in favor of PzLD. The IS tanks do drive up. Tiger tank actually getting pressed now by the IS. I don't think he realizes that he's gonna get side shot. He does get side shot into the turret. Yahoo trying to turn his turret. And an unfortunate miss. I'm not quite sure where that went. Does look like this Tiger will be going down here. Never mind. He is still somehow up and running. Actually, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Elevation difference is odd. Tiger. Kind of waiting for this IS. Down goes the Tiger. Little unfortunate play there from the 48th crew. Down goes, I think, a medium tank now for the 48th. Yes, it does look like a P4 has been taken out. I think from I think the other IS, maybe? I don't know what killed it. Looks like it came from over there. Not quite sure. I'm looking. Mystery tank killed it. Okay. So look at the map now. Just one garrison for the 48th. You're gonna want to get like at least one more probably in this D9 sector. Well, destroyed battery. In my opinion, it's the second hardest point to recap on this map for the Axis, but not saying it is not impossible. They're gonna have to work through these trenches. The biggest thing right now that 48th is gonna have to probably do if they do want to come back and win, as I think their infantry just going to have to get those AT guns up. They're just going to have to. Gotta help deal with their armor somehow. Engineer can kind of just sit pretty onto destroyed battery. Even though it's just, you're asking to get RD'd over and over again. Smoke's coming in for the 48th. Half track is actually gone now. Rocket attempt there from your ums or Dr. Ums. Doss is trying to lead the charge, but will get cut down from that PPSH of Vegas. Spawns in the trench. Vegas with the nice frag. Vegas is going to lead the charge into these trenches. Wipes out one OP. Dodges Artie. Will go and heal as Cayman will wipe out yet another OP. That is essentially the front door kind of wide now, open and exposed. It's ever so slightly for the 48th. Going out here in the west, where Sky Wizard and crew have been kind of harassing from the entirety of the game. Nasty and Hugo with 2 key frags, cleaning up that west, but Bubba is trying to regain some ground back. Look at the armor situation. Looks like they are going to bring out a Tiger out of the left HQ this time. Just running dangerously low on the resources. They do have a bunch of munitions for some sort of attempt on to destroy battery, but it looks like PzLD is going to drop down an airhead, I assume, onto the hard cap. Not quite sure where this is going to be exactly landing. I'm trying to see in just a few moments, as 2 ISs are going to drive up to the point. Katushka also coming in. Bomber and Katushka usually rarely ever works. But Airhead is down, but immediately gets destroyed somehow from something. Might have been a tank round. The Lukes and a Tiger in position to possibly wipe out these tanks. They just don't have quite the visual that they need on them. Airhead is destroyed, so that's a good thing for the 48th. They're just gonna have to take care of these IS tanks. This cap progress on to ammo dump has started. Garrison did get wiped out by the Katushka strike. Front door is vastly exposed here from the 48th. Or, yeah, from the 48th. I think that's how you say it. This unfortunate ricochet does happen onto the IS. Light tank is moving around, maybe to try to distract this heavy tank. Chase do happen. Oh, this Tiger tank not moving up to support his light tank. Cap progress still going on the ammo dump. No one for 48 is around ammo dump. They do have 1 garrison in the far east, but fortunately for them, it's kind of all PzLD onto the hard cap. So another ricochet does happen onto the IS. IS is just being very annoying for the enemy armor to deal with, as we are over half capped. Do expect a kind of like a massive spawning to happen onto this garrison in the east, but with just about 30 seconds remaining onto this cap, I'm not quite sure they do have enough to defend, so straight for him does come in. Airhead is being dropped onto defense. Just under a few seconds do remain. This looks like this will go into a 5-0 victory for PzLD. Is going to be a 5-0 win for them. So GG's and congrats to PzLD on their first win of the season, and commemorations to the 48th in this battle. It was a tough battle for them. I'm not quite sure. They don't think they ever got that last set of nodes built, but you know, it's something that they're probably going to have to go back and look at. But you know, fun match all around. Kursk is one of those maps that it's either really fun to play on or it's pretty brutal. I think both sides experience something like that in this game. But that's going to do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Awake with the Premier League, and I'll see you guys next week for the 40s and 49s divisions. Take care.